Commentary Booth is a show for media lovers by media lovers just like you. If you want to support the show, go to pariomagazine.com.au. And the next show we checked out this week was the 6-episode HBO miniseries, which currently has 2 episodes on binge, called We Own This City. It's based on a non-fiction book by Baltimore Times reporter Justin Fenton and tells the story of the rise and fall of the Baltimore Police Department's gun trace task force and just the crazy amounts of corruption involved in that group. What did you think of the first episode?
When you told me to watch this, like I never watched The Wire. Never had
any
interest. I don't really have a lot of interest in police shows, to be honest. And you were like, okay, we need to, we'll be transparent here. We discuss what we're going to talk about. And you're like, okay, we need a second thing to talk about. Let's watch this show. And I was like, I looked at it, I was like, I knew it was the guy from The Wire. I was like, I've never watched The Wire. I don't have any interest in this. But I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Didn't watch the trailer, turned it on. The fucking Punisher's in it. I was like, this is why you wanted me to watch this show. And I found it kind of weird that the Punisher was now a police officer, but I love him as an actor. So I was like, yep, I'm all in. I watched it. And I'm excited for these 6 episodes. I wish I could have watched the second one because the second one's out now, but life takes over. But I found myself watching it, doing some things, and I was watching it, doing some things, and then I was like, okay, this is great. And then like the end of the first episode, I was like, oh, I need to watch more, but I have other stuff to do. But yeah, I can see why you got me to watch it, and it's just great. I really, 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 really enjoyed it.
Yeah, like obviously, yeah, Jon Bernthal stars as Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, who's like the leader of the gun trace task force, and it put together by the same writers as The Wire, so it's kind of like a spiritual successor, with The Wire being set in Baltimore as well. And it starts off quite slow, but towards the end of episode 1, you sort of start to see how the police become corrupted. And then episode 2 takes that to a whole new level, like talking about their income and how they stack the courtrooms so that they get paid overtime for going to court and all this stuff. So like when they'll make an arrest for someone that has marijuana on them, they'll arrest all the group. So that then that's 3 people on the court docket. So then they have to spend 3 times as long at the courts. And it just becomes crazy stuff. I found this to be like really poignant in the time that it's come out, following sort of the Black Lives Matter rallies in 2020 and the death of George Floyd. Like there's some moments in this that are very heavy to watch, with the arrests of Black men and stuff like that. Like really good show. Like I didn't expect too much out of it. I was like, this looks like, I've heard so much hype about The Wire. Like, okay, this is by the creators of The Wire. It's got Jon Bernthal. I don't think this is going to be a bad show. So watching it, I was like, yep, I can see why The Wire is so hyped now, if this is the sort of caliber we get, where it's really gritty and it feels really true to life.
Yeah, it's funny. So when I moved one street parallel to where I used to do stuff with Steve Lind, is the main thing. And I messaged him. I was like, oh, I've moved here a couple of weeks ago because I haven't spoken in a while. And I was like, oh, he's like, cool. And then I messaged him yesterday, and I was like, I started watching the show. It's based on the people that like made The Wire. And he's like, yeah, I've already started it. I'm 2 episodes in. I loved it. And he's like, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, it's good. And he goes, bro, that's why I told you to watch The Wire. It's fucking hectic. Like, it's taking you, we've known each other for 10 years. I've told you to watch The Wire for this long. You never have. And now you're watching this other show. And I was like, The Wire has a lot of episodes. I don't have a lot of time. Like 1 or 2 episodes is fine for me. But yeah, I need to I don't know. Dry July, I need to sit down and watch like The Wire. 'Cause, you know what I mean? I'm not as busy during that kind of month. So I can see why it has such a cult following and why it's so good. Like why people literally watch it, finish it, and start again. Right.
Yep. Yeah, like this is, like we said, it's only 6 episodes. They're about an hour each. So that's 6 hours, whereas The Wire is 5 full seasons. So that's a much bigger time commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to eagerly finish watching the next 4 episodes of this show and then probably download The Wire and get ready to watch that on the plane.
Yeah, just watch them playing. Perfect.
Alrighty, so yeah, that's everything.
The plane will be perfect for you. Sorry, plane will be perfect for you because you'll have no interruptions like your phone, so you can just give it. Because when The Wire first came out, obviously no one had social media on the phone, so you'd like give yourself these hours to watch these shows. That's why like everyone rewatches their old shows like The Office, Seinfeld, Parks and Rec, The Wire, Gossip Girl, like because people never had distractions and they know the show. Whereas now you like watch a show for being on your phone. Whereas you'll be on a plane for 14 hours, you can get realistically 7 episodes done with 5 hours of sleep.
Yep. Yeah, that's the plan. Get as much Wire done, and then when I land in Vegas, just crash out next to the pool and watch more Wire.
Yeah, perfect. You change your flights, you go to Baltimore. Be like, hey guys, I'm in Baltimore.
I don't know. After seeing this show, the Baltimore doesn't look all that appealing to me. Like they were saying in 2015, there were 324 homicides in a single year in a city of just 600,000 people.
Jesus Christ.
Like Baltimore seems scary as all hell.
Yep.
But yeah, very good show. Definitely worth a watch on binge now that it's very early into the season.
Yeah. In
terms of top recommendations for the week, I think I know which one you'll be leaning towards though.
Yeah, you can't go past Doctor Strange.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the same. Go and watch Doctor Strange, especially in the cinemas. Like, that score needs to be heard on the big movie sound systems, and just the spectacle of that movie deserves the big screen.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for listening to the commentary booth. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe on podcast services and on YouTube. You can follow Jaxon on TikTok at Jax_Carr. And you can follow me on social media at JamieUpsMedia and at Pario Magazine. Ah, there it is. Very nice.
The other day. Yeah.
Alrighty. Thanks, Jaxon, and I'll chat to you shortly.
Yep, all good. Thank you.
The Commentary Booth is a fan-funded production of Jamie Apps Media. You can support the podcast alongside our magazine, Pario Magazine, on Patreon at patreon.com/JamieAppsMedia. The following people supported at the community support group level or higher, and you cannot fathom how incredibly appreciative we are for their support. Brian and June Hart, Blake Robinson, Rena Renee, Courtney Paulson, Darren Hatcliffe, Jaxon Carr, and Tracy Apps.